Welcome everybody, I'm Josh Garcia. Welcome back to the Revival Motoring YouTube channel. Today we're going to do another interview of a car. I'm going to kind of walk around, talk to our friend Chris over there.
Howdy.
He's going to explain how he came about owning this E46 M3, what he does with it, what it took to get it on the road. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Chris, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So this car in particular, I remember you acquired it, but it didn't have a motor.
Yeah, it was just a rolling shell, no engine, no trans. Body was all there, but it was a pretty clapped shell.
Yeah.
It sat for a while. The kid I bought it from took the engine and trans out for his E30 S54 swap, so I was pretty much left with the stuff that I didn't really need, I guess you could say.
Yep.
So it's been a piece-by-piece puzzle for the past like 3 or so years, and it's been a pretty good car so far.
Did you know you wanted an E46M?
Yeah, so I was in the market for one. I did have an E46 330 Ci for a while. It was my daily, but it was getting higher mileage. It was pretty clapped too. I could keep up with the maintenance on it, and I wanted to get a little bit more power, so this is the next step. It would have cost more for me to fix that 330 than just buying this car and building it.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, not at all anymore.
Yeah. Right, I was going to say, you pretty much started this at the beginning of this market going absolutely insane.
Yeah, so I bought the shell in spring 2019.
Yeah. So what is the main purpose of the car for you?
Track duty.
Track duty?
That's mainly it. It's a track car with plates on it. It is street class for global time attack and street mod for grid life, so it is required to be registered, insured, street legal, even though it's, you know,
there may be some things.
There's a couple things on there that wouldn't pass inspection, or the wouldn't really like too much, but you know, it is what it is. But
can you walk us through the car?
Yeah, absolutely. Start from the front. So it's a pretty standard build. Stock S54, intake, exhaust, tune. Keep it simple, keep it reliable.
What are you running for a tune?
It's a CSL custom map by Castle Performance, because I want to run the velocity stacks on it. So there's a map sensor tied in here with an intake sensor down here now, because these cars have a map sensor stock with a full air box.
Yeah.
So this is a cheap way to get better noises out of it. There's no real performance gain out of it, but it looks cool and it sounds good. So
it's going to sound
that's all I really care about. So this car put down 300 wheel on a Mustang dyno, and I think it was 250 torque.
Yeah.
So it's not high, it's not low, it's the perfect amount to have fun with it. Go fast enough and be reliable.
You weighed it, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay, you haven't weighed it.
If I was to guess, probably around 3150 without me in it.
Okay.
So it's still a pretty heavy car. A lot of the interior is still in it, but gets the job done.
Right. I was going to say, because a lot of the interior stuff, there's a bit of comfort, right? Because you do drive this thing all over.
Yeah, I do road trips on it. I take it to Philly every now and then. Taking it to upstate New York, taking it down Rhode Island today. So
yeah,
it does do okay on the street. The worst part about it is just the clutch. It's Clutch Master's twin disc in there. Yeah. The pedal's super heavy. It's very grabby, but once you get going, you don't really notice it that much.
Right, it'd just be a pain in the ass sitting in traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So walk us through the interior if you don't mind.
Yeah. So pretty basic. Just have a Bride VOS3 for me. Race Tech harnesses. The roll bar was built by Turner Motorsport a couple years ago. I had a customer that had it in his car. He was bringing it back to stock, so it went from the scrap into my car. So free roll bars are never a bad thing at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Repurposed.
Exactly. It's a Renown time trial Group B steering wheel. It's limited edition. I don't know how much they actually made, but I kind of got it as a special order. The one I originally ordered was not in stock anymore, so they offered that to me. It's an AIM MXM dash. It does lap timing, all the essentials that you want on track: coolant temp, oil temp, RPMs. It does predictive timing too, so for how small the dashboard is, there's a lot of cool stuff inside of it.
Yep.
RTD race length shifter with a garage stick DSSR, so nice and tight. It doesn't, still play at all in this thing.
Right. Yeah, that's a rewarding notch.
Yeah, you don't want to money shift it on track, so
right.
It saved me a couple times already.
Yeah. So speaking of that, you put down some hefty track time.
Yep.
And you've recently joined, what is it, COM?
Yep.
Can you please explain that?
Yeah, so COM's a really tight-knit group. We're a time trial group. It's a pretty cool format. Saturdays practice, morning session Sunday.
So that was your first time taking the car out on slicks?
It was, yeah. It was interesting. They were federal Chinese slicks. So when they showed up, they felt like they were kind of soft. Put them on the car, they were just bricks the entire day. It took a good 3 or 4 laps to get them kind of where they need to be as far as temp goes, and even then I don't think they were as quick as a street tire. You know, I see the guys out there running on Hoosiers.
Yep.
Can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, for $700 for a full set of 18-inch slicks, you still
it was worth
can't
a try.
beat that.
Right.
Oh yeah. Street tires don't even cost that little. So,
what does your year look like, 2022?
There's a lot going on these next few months. We're heading to Jersey, July 21st to 24th for Grid Life. Then we're going to be back there 2 weeks later for Global Time Attack. After that, there's going to be a couple track days here and there, but big thing is we're going out to the Glen in October for 3 days.
Yep.
With mass tuning, so it's just going to be really a relaxing weekend for us if nothing breaks. So we'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just running laps nonstop.
Yep. What are you doing for fuel and everything in the car? Is it all still
It's all
OEM
still
stuff?
stock. Yeah, all pump gas. There's really no need to upgrade anything on it. I didn't feel like.
Right, because
Yeah, there's a lot of E85 conversions out there for these, but to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of tracks sell it yet, so I'd rather just keep it with pump. You know, it's such a conservative tune. I don't have to worry about detonation or anything like that.
Right. And that's the thing is, like, this is such a good platform to begin with. Little bump in power, and then focus on, you know, suspension components,
Exactly.
weight, things like that.
Yep.
What's planned for the car, mod-wise, for the rest of the year? Anything?
Not really, no. It's pretty much good to go for the rest of the season. Just doing alignment on it, catch up on fluids, a couple seals need to be replaced again, but, you know, it's pretty much all there. There's not a single part in this car I haven't touched yet.
Yep.
So it's been reliable so far, and I don't really want to go much more crazy than what it is right now.
Yep. Right, because you still need to get it places, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to miss a whole weekend because something stupid breaks on it you can't get at a regular parts store.
Right. Very good point.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the car overall?
Probably the sound.
Yeah.
Sound and then brakes. It's just, this thing stops on a dime.
Yep.
It's Porsche calipers with endless NS35 sprint race pads, and it puts you in the windshield every single time. And it makes a lot of noise too, so the public likes it.
Yeah. A lot of dust?
Yeah,
that's always one of those things.
Yeah, in hindsight, white wheels probably wasn't a good choice, but, you know, it's one of those things.
Doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, thank you for bringing this down for us to see.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Wish you well on track the rest of the year, you know, and we'll probably see you around sometime.
Hopefully you guys come check it out.